for the holidays. Let's make these cute gingerbread men. They're really delicious, more of a light gingerbread flavor. I'm also going to make these little gingerbread men for decorations for my kitchen tree. Okay, we are going to make delicious gingerbread men for Christmas. And here we have 1.5 cups sugar, 1 cup softened butter, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons molasses, 3 cups flour, 2 teaspoons baking soda, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of cloves, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, let's get started. In the mixer, we are going to add the butter and the sugar. Okay, we are going to cream that together. Okay, to that we are going to add the egg. I didn't hit it quite hard enough. Let's add in the molasses. Okay, to this you are going to add the flour. And then also we are going to add the baking soda, cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and salt. Form it into a ball. You can refrigerate it 2 hours or overnight. For me, refrigeration doesn't work as good. Any recipe that has me refrigerate, I just really struggle with it. So this I'm going to roll out right away, but you are supposed to refrigerate. Okay, we want to preheat the oven to 375. So I have some flour here. I'm going to kind of spread it out. So I'm going to take this, kind of form it into a ball. Okay, and I kind of like to smash it out flat. I have this just to make it easier to come off of my countertop and just make it easier to cut. But you could do this on your countertop, just wipe it and sanitize it before you do so. This is what I like to do, just help firm it up. Bring it together. Maybe this is why people refrigerate, but for me, I just have a rock hard thing when I refrigerate. So I'm gonna just roll with it. And then sometimes if it's sticking a lot on top and different things, you can throw a little extra flour on the top. We'll just sprinkle a little bit of flour. I don't want too much. You'll change the flavor if you get too much flour. Okay. As you can tell, I have some fells too. Okay, this is getting quite thin. Any area you kind of want to firm up, if you want to just help bring it together. Get some cookie sheets. I like to use parchment paper, but if not, grease it with some shortening. Okay, and I have 2 plans here. First round, I'm going to use this bigger one. It's good for just a good sized cookie, but not huge. So I'm going to go with this one, kind of a medium size one. And then I'm going to go with this little one. And I'm going to attempt to try to make some little gingerbread men decoration for a Christmas tree in my kitchen. And to poke some holes in the head, I'm going to use this straw. This is going to be trial and error, so let's see how it goes. So you want to push down a wiggle. You want to get these tight so that you don't waste dough. I usually scrape it up and re-roll, but the more you can get on this first one, this is the best tasting one. So I'm actually going to make the decoration ones out of that second batch. Let's get these out. I'm going to put it on this prepared cookie sheet. These don't really expand a lot, so don't worry if they're pretty close. These are fragile, be careful. And if you want, you can use a spatula to kind of get under it. I like this sometimes, I sometimes don't. I go with how I'm feeling at the time. And so you would just kind of lift it out with that and put it down. So this is a little bit lighter gingerbread men recipe. It's not as strong as the really dark ones. So if you don't enjoy the dark ones, give this one a try. You might find it more pleasing. I kind of enjoy both, but sometimes it depends on what's with the gingerbread man. Kind of needs that sweetness to cut it with the frosting. So it depends on how thick you have them for how long you are going to cook it. These are quite thin, so we will bake for maybe about 8 minutes or so. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to gather up all of our scraps. So, okay, and we're going to re-roll this out. And you're welcome to re-roll it out and do the bigger ones and eat them. There's nothing inedible about these. It just has a little bit more flour content than the other one had. So the sweetness balance is sometimes off. Okay, the only thing different on these, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'm going to put a little tiny hole to to try to tie the ribbon. See how this goes. Now, same as before, we're just going to transfer it to a cookie sheet. These are done, and I'm going to let these dry out for a little while before I actually hang them on the tree. I'm going to decorate them and then just leave them out for a couple of days to get very, very hard. But I'm going to put them on a cooling rack for now. So we are going to make a very simple icing. This is just going to be rough measurements because I'll add a little bit and take a little bit away to make it the consistency I want. So I'm going to do 1.5 cups confectioner sugar. So let's add, I think 3 tablespoons, but let's do 2 and see where we're at. Just gonna mix it around. This is probably good if we put it in a blender, but I'm just gonna try to whip it around by hand here. I'm gonna give it just the tiniest bit more, maybe about half a tablespoon. Okay, I'm kind of liking the consistency of this. I'm gonna mix it around some more to incorporate it all. Okay, what we want to do is put it in a plastic bag, either a Ziploc bag and then clip the corner, or if you have a piping bag and just snip off the end. I'm just gonna go for the basic gingerbread look. All right, so now squeeze it down to the bottom. I kind of want to shake it so that it gets any bubbles out of it. Okay, now I'm going to go for a narrow. I'm going to get this, that way I can rest on there without making a mess. So I'm going to probably do too little first. But I'd rather do too small of a opening than have too big of one. So I'm going to do a little test here. Yeah, definitely too small. Also, your hands start to warm this up. So be careful that you don't get runny frosting. Yeah, I kind of like that better. So I'm just going to do some little eyes, and then some little buttons. Okay, so now I'm going to do the zigzag. That's our first little attempt. I feel like he's cute. I think we can do better though. Give him just some smaller eyes. Let's give him a little mouth. Okay, I'm already liking it better. Okay, let's maybe just give him 2 buttons. Let's try just kind of a sway pattern. And we'll just keep going. I baked these a little bit longer, so they're already quite firm. I'm gonna try to do these really simply. Okay, little ones like that. Okay, I'm gonna finish decorating these and show you the finished result. Okay, we're all done. It's really easy, they're really cute, and they're great for cookies for Santa, they're great for snacking on, and that gingerbread flavor really reminds you of Christmas. So let me know if you tried it. I would love to have you try it. And Merry Christmas. See you soon. Bye-bye.